What's up, aviation world? How you doing? I'm Al Waterloo, and I'm one of our Cirrus Aircraft flying team members on our sales and marketing team. And I'm down here in Knoxville, Tennessee at our Cirrus Aircraft Vision Center. Everything we do here at Cirrus Aircraft is focused around safety. And we've continued to operate during these unusual times. So in this video, I want to outline some cleaning procedures so that when you go out and fly next time, both you and your passengers feel like they are stepping into a clean and safe airplane. Let's check it out. Hey, there's a great virus-busting disinfecting kit right here. One of the first things you have is a rag. It's a specific microfiber cloth that's going to be extremely safe to use on most surfaces of the airplane. You have a checklist on exactly what you need to apply, where to apply it, and how to properly disinfect the airplane. First thing in it is soap and water. A few drops of dish soap and water really does a number on a virus and washes it away. The next thing is your workhorse, isopropyl alcohol. This is a great general disinfectant. In a pinch, go to your isopropyl alcohol. And the final product in here is Sanicide. This is a great general disinfectant that you can order online, and it works great on most hard and soft surfaces in the airplane. Once you're done disinfecting everything, you'll want to restore it with a little leather conditioner. Make this as your final spray just to restore the original sheen back to your seats. And then Prist. Good old can of Prist does an airplane good. It works well on the windscreens and any other surfaces on the airplane. If you want to order these kits from cirrusstore.com, they should be ready shortly. Or if you want to make your own, no big deal. Now, let's go ahead and take these disinfectants and bring them into the cockpit and clean the plane. Disinfecting an airplane is new to my pre-flight procedure, so the first thing I could do is actually just take a minute and be aware of all the things that I touch or use in the airplane, like the door handles, the yoke, bolster switches, side switches, the center panel, flap switches, throttle, armrest, headsets, and even the keys. So I need to make sure that I get everything. So taking a minute and looking and being aware of what you use and touch is one of the best strategies. Then you can use your checklist to back you up. We're using the checklist from the kit, and if you need your own, we're gonna make a download link available in the description. Now I like to tackle things from top to bottom. And the first thing we're gonna do is the avionics display. And we're gonna use isopropyl alcohol on the screens. We can actually spray it onto our rag and get it really nice and wet. And just spread it around. Alcohol evaporates quickly, so you don't need to wipe it clean. You can just spread it around so that way the alcohol does the work, wipes the virus away, and within seconds, it's evaporated. The next thing we want to tackle are our oxygen masks. And you're already probably cleaning these if you're flying at altitudes where you're using the mask already. But whether you're using the cannula or a mask itself, it's not a bad idea to rinse the lines out with warm water, and probably at this point, you want to restrict mask usage to individual people. So assign a mask to yourself and one to the rest of the passengers. But in order to clean this, I'm going to take some isopropyl alcohol and spray it on the seal of the mask. I'm going to take the rag, wipe it around. Now it's disinfected, and within seconds, it's dry and ready to use. Next, a very important piece of equipment in the cockpit are your headsets. Gone are the days of playing musical headsets with all of your passengers, so you probably want to start assigning individual headsets to your passengers and letting them use that identical one. Let's not share them, at least right now. But these are pretty simple to clean. If we take our isopropyl alcohol, we can actually spray it onto our rag and get it really nice and wet. I'm going to take this and rub it on the ear seals. Get it nice and clean. And then the mic muff. I'm going to take the mic boom, wipe that down. And the mic muff is an interesting one. You can take these off and actually soak them in warm soapy water, or you can order a new one. Probably not a bad idea to have a few of them on hand. Moving on to step 2, we're going to tackle everything with the avionics. And just as a note, I'm bringing together a new fresh cloth. We're going to use soap and water for this one, and I'm going to use a new cloth for every disinfectant. I'm not going to cross-contaminate. So for avionics, I'm going to go ahead with our soap and water and spray down our cloths to get it nice and wet. And I'm going to tackle all of our different knobs, soft keys, everything along the side, and really kind of work it around. I'm going to work the bolster panel here as I get it, and then everything on the center console. What we're doing is tackling everything with our avionics and getting it nice and clean. The last thing we're going to use on the airplane is Sanicide. We're going to apply this to hard and soft surfaces on the airplane, and the best thing you could do is spray, delay, and walk away. Give it 10 minutes if you can. If you let it sit and evaporate, it's going to give your best chances of disinfecting the surface. I'm going to apply it to things like the armrest and the door handle. I don't need to spray it on generously, just enough to coat it and let it sit. I'm going to go onto the yoke, even the little latches back here, the headrests, and one thing that you might not think is this handle. I'm going to spray it directly on there, let it sit. One other thing, the parking brake. Put that in, just let it push it back in. And then underneath here, where you can grab and adjust our seat. And don't forget the seat grabber bar underneath the seat. If you're trying to get into a hard to get to place, you can spray some onto a rag and get underneath and actually apply it. Let it sit just like you would if you were to spray it directly on. So there you go. I've hit all the key points in this cabin where I feel good to go.